The story of Home Church has been an unbelievable journey. I remember when God planted the seed of this church in my heart. I was sitting in my van, and my kids were in the back seat, and my wife was in a store, and God planted the heart of this church in me. He even gave me the name. I knew that this was meant to always be a house that anyone could call home. No matter where you've been or what you've done, where you are on your journey, that God is calling us to build a house that anyone could call home. I also knew that there was something unique about this house that would really focus in on your home, my home. The idea that we would raise up and equip mamas and daddies to be the pastors of their house, I knew was going to be central to how this church would live out its vision. And over 4 years ago, when God planted it in my heart, all the way till today, as we walk through this series called Stake in the Ground, the same vision has always been in our heart and a part of our church: to reach people who are far from God and teach them how to live as they follow Jesus step by step. That's never changed. That's always been the vision that we've chased after. And even still today, that's the stake that we've put in the ground. Our journey has been long and arduous, and it's been difficult at times. We've moved around from location to location. There have been times when we had nowhere to gather, and there were times when we wondered if we will have a place to gather. But one of the things that has always been something that we have chased after is to find a permanent home and a place for Home Church to call home. We know that in this community that having a permanent location to be a launch pad out to continue to live out our vision is something that we not only want, but we need to continue to see this thing come to life. And so Home Church, I want to tell you that over the past 6 months, we have been journeying along this path to find Home Church a home. In fact, if you'll recall, in October, I shared the fact that God was going to do something in this year, in 2024. I believed by faith that God was going to give Home Church a home in 2024. We even started a moment and an opportunity to give at the end of 2023 specifically for this moment, to believe that God would provide a home for Home Church. And over 4 years that we've been journeying, we've seen and done a whole lot of things. We've seen salvation. We've seen baptism. We've seen lives change. We've seen families altered. We've seen God do unbelievable miracles in the lives of people. And that's only going to continue as we move forward. So Home Church, it's been a long ride, but today I'm excited to tell you that the vision that God has given us is going to continue to move forward, and it's going to continue to move forward in a place that God has provided for us to call home. Home Church, I'm excited to tell you today that Home Church is no longer homeless. Home Church actually has a place to call home for its permanent future, and I'm so excited to show it to you. Welcome to 5125 Mountain View Church Road. Right off of East Maiden Highway, this location is going to be the permanent home of Home Church. Over 11 and a half acres of unbelievable land that has nearly a half a mile of Highway 16 frontage. We're in a perfect location for our future. We're only 12 minutes from Sherrills Ford. We're 12 minutes from downtown Maiden. We're 7 minutes from Denver, and we're only 20 minutes from Lincolnton. Right in the heart of our entire area, right in the heart of unbelievable growth of housing and apartments and development. God has given us a home right here in the heart of our community that we know is going to be an unbelievable place for us to call home. A part of this location, we've actually have a house. This house has been fully renovated inside and out. And for the time being, this home is going to actually serve as our Home Church HQ. We're going to office out of this location. It'll be a place for our home groups to be able to gather if they need a place to do that. And it's going to be a meeting spot for our church until we ultimately build a building on this land. Along with this house comes a 2,500 square foot metal building. We're going to be able to launch Fuse out of this space. It's going to be able to provide us an incredible amount of storage as we continue to grow. And it's also going to be a place that we can bank out of and launch out of to do events like our fall festival, potentially other events that we're going to be able to do in our community to reach more people before a building even exists on this land. But more than anything, I'm so excited about this location and the place that God is going to use us to reach more people who are far from God and teach them how to live as they follow Jesus step by step. Some of your children are going to meet Jesus and be baptized here. I believe some of your grandchildren are going to meet Jesus and be baptized right here on this land and in a building that will be built on it. I believe marriages are going to shift. I believe that lives are going to change. I believe that relationships are going to be restored. Health is going to be healed. I believe that God is going to use us to plant more churches just like this in small towns just like this. Home Church, this is just the beginning. And I'm so excited for what God has done. I'm so excited for what He's doing. And I cannot wait to walk this journey and see what He does in and through us in the future. Welcome home.